Hey everybody, Darren Dito here, coming up on Unexplained Cases Live. It winds from Chicago to LA, more than 2,000 miles all the way, and guess what? You can get the heck scared out of you while getting your kicks on Route 66. You guessed it. We're going to travel down this historic highway, investigating some of the most haunted locations along the way, including McPike Mansion in Alton, Illinois, a place where the Unexplained Cases team confronted an alleged demon. The Meramec Caverns in Missouri, a place haunted by the ghost of outlaw Jesse James. In Flagstaff, Arizona, the Hotel Monte Vista, where legendary actor John Wayne saw a ghost for himself. And speaking of movie stars, we'll make a pit stop at the Roosevelt Hotel in LA, where starlet Marilyn Monroe haunts its halls. Plus, a quick detour onto Route 666 in New Mexico, a place where rabid dogs chase motorists at high speed. Maryam will remote view into these locations to get us some answers about these haunted hotspots. We're revving up our engines for Unexplained Cases Live, a haunted Route 66 edition, next.
Get your kicks on Route 66.
I was hoping we're going to hear the Depeche Mode song, but I'm sure there's got to be a copyright.
You know, there's copyrights, there's stuff. I don't want to even deal with people. I mean, come on, you know.
We should win an award just for our intro music now. Every week, cool. Man, it's something different. It's so exciting.
Hey, Fesliyan Studios. I mean, the dude rocks. So, I mean.
Oh, is that where you're getting it all from?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm using our guy. So, I mean, hey, everybody. Welcome to Unexplained Cases Live. You got Hello. Darren Dito. You got Maryam the Medium. You got Rick Garner. Actually, Mr. Dito is, I like your look there, basically. You know, it's kind of like you need to be a helicopter reporter or something like that. So
yeah, if during the show I have to put you on hold, I'm helping to land Delta 737s at Sky Harbor Airport tonight. Go ahead. Runway is clear. 29er Charlie.
You know, that's perfect. That was a new one from.
Although you guys are, well, you probably remember the Time Life operators from remember that whole thing?
Nice.
Yes.
Time Life operators are standing by right now to take your order.
Yes. I'm trying to download all these pictures you sent me because finally, geesh.
Oh yeah,
it's a long way on the road tonight.
Hey, you know, it's a road trip, so you got a ton of them there. Hey, Aaron, one of our fabulous Patreons. Also, Taryn.
Hello.
Let's see, what Paranormal Brew stopping by and showing some love. Cool. Thank you, Taryn. Appreciate that. Oh, Mr. John Doherty. Oh, yes. My goodness. Thinking about doing the whole 66 tour next year. I mean...
That would be cool. That's it is. Well, and a lot of the road is gone now. You have to take the interstate. You know, that's what happened to it. But there are some pretty cool spots. I mean, I lived in New Mexico, obviously here in Arizona, been on California, some parts of it. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's a pretty neat thing. Especially if you had like a motorcycle trip would be pretty sweet.
You know,
painful and awful.
Get on your hog, you know.
That's right. Bugs in your teeth. Yeah.
Awful.
Well, actually, that takes care of things. You know, you get the wind in the hair, you get protein in your face. It's great. It's
two for one.
My hair has been getting so long that it gets stuck in my armpits now.
No. See,
is it like wings or something? What is it?
Oh,
I have to pull it out, and I'm like, what's going on down there?
Okay, besides that image, which is almost a little much for a Sunday evening, what I've noticed from the...
Just wrap it around there, tie it in a loop or something.
From the past few past few episodes, I never realized how much M does this.
Let's talk about why. There's a couple of reasons. One is now it gets stuck in my armpits if I'm not wearing long sleeves.
Okay.
I never once said I was ladylike, so
hey,
I'm not a lady. I'm a lady with long hair in her pits. Also, the reason why I do this a lot is because it sticks to my neck. And it's annoying, A, and B, you can't see my necklace when my hair is like this.
The struggle is real. There it is.
It's under here, or it's over here. Like, pick one.
What about putting it behind? What about putting it all the way behind?
You
know.
I know. See,
doesn't look as good.
See this way.
See, I have to fix it.
This way, she looks like a badass. So that way, she doesn't.
It's not so much of a badass as much as it's like the amount of time you spend doing your hair. Like, I'd like it to look okay.
Darren, you agree, right? As much time as we spend doing our hair, right? I mean, come on.
Clearly, neither one of you spend any time on your hair.
Hey, come on. I mean, it takes several seconds to get like this. I mean, what are you talking about?
Making it shine.
Hey,
some sheen.
Mary Christina. Hey, Mia, and Mr. Jordan. So
Jordan.
We got JR in the house.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell is
I'm
Chen?
excited when you say Jordan's name. I love Jordan. That's why.
I know. He's a rock star. Mr. Chen, I think he ended up retiring early tonight. So
he's like, I've got plenty of better things to do than watch this show.
I know.
I gotta go walk my cat.
It seems like half of the United States has better things to do than watch our show. Half.
Well,
I wish
half.
I was watching our show.
I mean,
Sorry.
whoa.
Like the bulk of it, like all of the
All right,
United States,
goodbye, everybody. 6 minutes and 20. I'm gonna go back and get the next one. I've got a shoplifter like coming in from Fresno. You are clear to land on runway Charlie 1.
You know, if this way, when the show starts getting dull, Darren can switch over and take care of some air traffic.
If that plane crashes on approach from Fresno, it is on you.
Right?
Because I was distracted about Route 66.
Pay attention. Pay attention. Oh, hey, Kathy. And, always feel bad when I miss your show, Aaron.
You know, should.
Glad to have you.
You should. See, but no. So,
you should.
So, hey, let's get rock and roll, and people are tired of listening to us babble on here. So, Mr. Dito came up with this idea. I got to give you the props. You're the one that brought this up.
It was because I was up in Flagstaff, outside of Flagstaff. Went through there, and then I can't think what are the other little Williams is the other town. So cool because it still has like the old hotels. They've kind of fixed up the signage and storefronts, and I'm like, there's got to be a lot of haunted stuff along Route 66. And there are places where they just kind of, came back to nature. It's just like sitting there, gas stations and things like that. So,
oh, that's neat.
So if it sucks, it's on me. Sorry about that. No pressure.
No pressure.
If it sucks, you can do your imitation of the who was it? It was who did you do earlier when we were off the air? I can't think of the word now. The guy that does the weather. In the helicopter.
Oh yes.
Oh.
The traffic.
Less traffic from WKRP.
Did you just say WKRP in Cincinnati?
Yes, exactly. Oh, the humanity! Remember that when the turkeys were falling to the ground, splattering when they.
God is my witness. I thought turkeys could fly.
Arthur Carlson. Yes, I love it.
Andrea, I'm talking about my armpit hair.
Wow.
By the way, did you shave that tonight? Why don't you show the camera to see what we got? What are we working with under there tonight?
I'm referencing this hair getting stuck under here, not my
armpit
hair. Do you want to look at my armpit? We wonder why no one watches.
You could put a little deodorant on there and kind of slap it around in there with the tips of the hair.
Folks, we've actually hit a new low.
You sound like a serial killer.
We're talking about armpits. Deodorants.
Let's not go back to serial killers. What do we got? We have like 3 people probably still watching this. God bless you if you're still watching this show right now.
Well, Aaron's solely watching, so she doesn't have guilt tomorrow. So we know Aaron's watching.
All right, and Jordan. Hopefully, Kathy, are you still there? Mary, for God's sakes, please say you're there.
Oh, please. Please.
Okay. I'll show
all right, this is the first place. Actually, Rick and I were there. What was it, June of 2019, right?
Mm-hmm.
This one already?
Yeah, you did actually. I want to actually compare these notes with the last ones and see if they actually match up. This is a quiz for you. No, just kidding. Actually, am I? Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, so
all right.
I have to.
Do you want a little?
These are the only pictures I get.
Yeah, do you want more than that? Actually, Mr. Dito, are you going to share with folks the information here?
No,
absolutely. While no one's lived in the home since the 1950s, I got to stop that. Since the 1950s, several mediums claimed that they felt the presence of a family that once lived there we might have had a medium with us there that night. I'm trying to remember in the cellar. It could be possibly the McPike family. That's who we think we connected with, who built the house and stayed there until 1936. According to the mansion's website, ghost hunters also detected the presence of several spirits. We did, in fact, when they stopped by to investigate for an episode. That was on the Discovery Channel's Ghost Lab. I know Ghost Adventures has been there. Unexplained Cases also. Guests can visit the home like we did, taking a ghost tour. I don't know if it's still called Gabbing with Ghost Tours, but features a little bit of on-site time with the medium, which we did in like the cellar area. We also can't go inside the house. Because it's just too dangerous in there. They let us peek inside. There's a family. Matter of fact, I think I have some information a little bit further. Built in 1869 by Lucas Pfeffenberger, originally owned by Henry Guest McPike. Family lived there until 1936. It was purchased by who we met. Wasn't it Sharon Ludke, I think is who it was, Rick?
Yep.
Situated on it's a pretty area, 15 acres on top of the highest point in Alton called Mount Lookout. According to the owner, the mansion is allegedly haunted by the ghost of its former owner, maybe a domestic servant, and frequently is part of the area's many haunted tours. Of course, we might have met something a little bit more dark and sinister by the crypt area behind the home. I'm just curious to see if you pick up on anything about that.
What I was gonna say, can we jump to the easier ones before the big hard one? Oops.
She just said, "Let's jump to the big hard one, kids." I will take uncomfortable for $200, Alex. Get out, everyone!
But I wasn't going to. I'm gonna move past that, and you went through all that reading. Now I feel obligated. Just because I feel like we'll be here for a while. What did I say last time? Do you have your notes there? It is really haunted. There's like I don't want to get stuck on this the whole time.
Oh, we can breeze through it. We got. I'm trying to remember. I thought you said that maybe the servant, is that correct? But what about the demon behind the place that we encountered? I can't remember if
something claiming to be anyway.
Right, and we don't know who that was in the crypt back there either.
Do you have notes from when I did it?
Not notes in front.
Oh,
I mean,
okay,
basically,
okay.
You validated that there was family there, that there was a lot of entities there, that it was basically a lot of comings and goings. There was some that were staying. There was some. The place also used to be a halfway house in a way. So it was kind of funny that there was it was a bit of a transient type of thing going on.
Okay, got it. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was still feeling all the same stuff. There's your reading.
Next, please.
I that's all that, everything you just said, because I do still feel the family there. I do still feel all these energies coming in and out. Like, that's why I was like, there's so much to this house that, like, we could be here for an hour on this house.
It's pretty awesome to see it at nighttime, too. It's pretty spooky. That was the other place where we saw the like that orb of light that was out there in the field. It was like, what the hell is that? That was crazy.
Jordan said he saw something malevolent. I always get that confused with malevolent. Which one's good and which one's bad?
Malevolent would be bad. Malevolent is on the border of evil.
Got it. Well, that's fun.
Right.
Yeah, so let's do this. Let's flip through the easy ones, and then we'll come back to that. So we don't spend the whole night on that one.
We've got a haunted Burger King in Joplin, Missouri for you.
Oh, perfect.
That one should be easy. Would you like fries with that?
Exactly.
Okay, Zombie Road.
Yes, before it was the Al Foster Trail. This area was a hangout spot for teens in the 50s. Over the decades, there have been so many paranormal sightings, it was renamed Zombie Road. That's according to the Huffington Post, but catching a glimpse of the infamous ghost lights, the old lights of the spirits that roam the area at night, it's going to be difficult. The local police force issues tickets to anybody caught wandering the area after dark. Now, why would you poo-poo on, everybody's fun here?
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, here. I got a little bit more information. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, so
God, that headset really makes you cocky, doesn't it?
I am in charge here. I just want to let you know. I want to speak to your manager.
That would be Oliver. He's here.
Oliver's here.
Maybe this will help a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't muddy the waters, but legends have been passed around for years of spectral American Indians and Confederate rebels, packs of children ghosts, and tortured souls of working men killed in industrial accidents. It has quite a reputation as a place where shadowy figures and other non-human entities have long been reported. So I mean, it's dark. Of course, the name too. I don't know. Is there anything like that going on there?
There is stuff.
Look at that. What, Rick? What is that? Is that like a tunnel? What is that thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like some railroad tracks. I don't think like a full freight train type of thing, more like a mining car type of tracks, it looks like to me.
Can you imagine that if you're out there at pitch dark at night? That would be pretty damn scary.
Yeah, just slightly.
Yeah.
This is there is Confederate, you said Confederate troops?
Yeah, they said let me go back to it said
because I feel like
they said yes, they're seeing American Indians and Confederate rebels is
what are I mean, I don't care. You don't have to tell me what Confederate rebels are. I don't want to bore everybody.
It's just soldiers. I mean, just what you're thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can use the word soldiers because I do see the Confederate soldiers are there. There's a lot of them, and Jordan just saying that why do you feel like you want to crawl around? I've got hundreds of eyes staring at me, and there's a ton. Like I feel it like an entire army of people there, and specifically with those Confederate-looking outfits, uniforms, and there's just like a ton of them. Like there's this whole. There must have been like some sort of fight with them and the Indians where a bunch of the Confederates were killed because they all stuck together. Like none of them moved on. They've all just like stuck together and stayed in this location, kind of as like just refusing to let go of the fact that they lost this particular fight and that they were killed, and they're all just there. And I feel like when, like Jordan said, the crawling around, it's almost like crawling, like I'm seeing Indians crawling on the ground to like hiding, you know what I mean? And like getting around that way. There is like an entire city life from that time that's still existing. And, and definitely that's all definitely there. It's interesting.
Wow. We'll put that on our list if we ever do Route 66. Try not to get arrested while we're there. Actually, you know what? It's actually Missouri. I think it is Missouri. There was an MI on there. That's what John had asked. It's Missouri.
Oh,
I think one of our friends actually put Michigan. So thanks whoever did that. We appreciate that. All right. Staying with the Missouri theme, the Show Me State, I believe that's what it's called, the Meramec Caverns in Stanton. 4.6-mile cavern system near Stanton was one of the primary tourist attractions along Route 66, it was, and is the most visited cave in Missouri. It's also famous for being the hideout of choice for the outlaw Jesse James. Visitors have reported seeing a mysterious man dressed in black who is believed to be the spirit of the notorious bank robber. And I think there was a little bit more. Let's see. During the 18th century, the cave was used for extracting, I don't even know what this is, saltpeter or something for the manufacture of gunpowder. In the Civil War era, the Union Army used the caves as a plant for that, but the plant was discovered and destroyed by Confederate guerrillas, likely including the future infamous outlaw Jesse James. So maybe there's another.
Is that a picture of him?
Yeah, that's a picture. One of the
most
common picture. There's a few more. There's a younger, there's an older. That's kind of the most common one that's there. Saltpeter is a common food preservative and additive, fertilizer, and oxidizer for fireworks and rockets.
Very nice.
I was like, how, are you just rattling it off the top of your head?
No, I'm not that intelligent.
Oh, I know. I figured after a few words in, I was like, he's not that smart.
Wow.
Did Ghost Adventures? I thought somebody investigated this place. I can't remember, but there's a Native American connection also to the area there. So, but people think it's Jesse James that could be there.
There's a couple.
Not the singer.
There's a couple people in there. I do see Jesse James in particular wandering, but I wonder why he's still wandering and he's like not settled. But he's really sad, really like depressed, and I mean, I guess you would be too if you were just wandering around.
Well, is he stuck?
I don't know. I mean, he's not stuck. He's just choosing to be there. And I mean, why he's choosing to be there. He had, did they ever talk about someone I don't even want to say, I don't know if it was a wife. I don't think it was a wife. A girlfriend or someone that he was in love with that he lost or died.
I don't know.
She stayed alive and...
I am forgetting my Jesse James history unless someone in the comments has anything.
But there's the sadness there, you know. There's a couple people in there. There's two other people. They're just wandering around down there like a stage of sadness. Yeah, well, Jordan summed it up well. I guess that's it. I agree 100%. That's what it is. Like there are a couple people down there and everyone's really depressed and I'm not really sure, but it's really...
Could they be Native American?
No, these three, the three I'm feeling, one is Jesse James, and the other two are also white men. And they're just, they're not, though, Jesse James isn't with the other two guys. Those other two are separate from him. Jesse James's sadness was also known in California. His uncle let him hide out in his ranch. But yeah. I don't know who the other two men are. I feel like he's waiting for someone. Didn't they say like female, more of a daughter feeling from me? Oh, interesting. Maybe it was a daughter. Yeah.
Did he fake his death or something? Isn't that the that he actually made it, or is that Billy the Kid? I can't remember which one that might have got away with it. I can't remember if that was Jesse James or. I thought he got shot in the back of the head or something. I can't. You know what I mean? I get those guys confused.
You get confused.
All of these Old West characters, basically. It's like
I think his young wife died of a fever. Oh, interesting. Maybe that's why he's so sad.
That he got shot. I suppose that could be a problem too.
Well, you know, that could do it to anybody.
The Coleman Theater in Miami, Oklahoma. That is not Miami. Miami, Oklahoma. The historic theater's main area is said to have been built on top of an old crematorium and mortuary. Got the land probably cheap, according to Richard Southall, author of Haunted Route 66, Ghosts of America's Legendary Highway. So when you walk through, you may feel the fires burn once again or catch the sight of old Mr. Roberts, the projection operator who worked at the theater for several years and is said to still roam around the venue. Let's see what else I have about.
If those kids,
I would have got away with it if it wasn't for
blasted kids.
So it's apparently when this opened, it was known as the most elegant theater between Kansas City and Dallas. Through the years, plenty of artists have graced the stage, from Doris Day and Bing Crosby. And it was Miller Fribley Funeral Home, which was just next door in the same building. So I don't know. You got
he's the only guy I do feel in there. That's still like he was a
Wait a minute. Old man Roberts, the projection guy, is still there?
Yeah.
Wow. Damn film this digital crap nowadays.
Say, all right, old man Roberts, what are you still doing there, man? Why are you hanging out? What's going on?
It looks like it's a beautiful place. So look at that.
Yeah. I mean,
meanwhile,
I say like I've been there.
Meanwhile, JR's got something.
JR. Jordan, get out of there.
So much coldness.
See, he's just like zipping around, basically, you know, checking and all like that. He's kind of like our psychic grenade. Throw him in there.
Seriously.
Yeah.
From 5,000 miles away.
I know, right?
You know what's funny though? I always align with what Jordan's saying, but I didn't feel a coldness as much as it was just super still and just empty. Other than this old guy hunched over walking up the stairs.
And kids spilling popcorn on the floor again.
Exactly. He needs to do some Pilates. His posture is bad. He's 175 years old. So
what's he still hanging out there for? Besides the fact that it's like he likes it.
He likes it. He's happy there. He's perfectly fine.
See, okay, so he's just so occasionally he's going to make himself known, basically, especially if people drop popcorn on the floor or something.
And if he gets bored, he talks to people. He's perfectly fine. Leave him alone. He pays his rent.
He's very
minute. You know, I don't think I've heard her stand up for a spirit like this before. It's like, get off old man Robert's back, okay?
Team old man Roberts.
Get off my theater.
Pick up those damn Mike and Ikes from the floor, you little bastards. Or those hot tamales.
It's a candy.
They're candy.
You know.
No, this is a place I've actually been and I've investigated here. The Gilcrease Museum in Tulsa. The museum holds an extensive collection, beautiful, of Native American artifacts. The museum was a passion project of Thomas Gilcrease, who passed away in 1962. Museum visitors have spotted Gilcrease still wandering the grounds. The museum staff have numerous stories of doors slamming on their own and ghostly children running around the historic site. And if I can add my 2 cents to it. In the early 1940s, the Gilcrease home, which is right next to where it is, became an orphanage for Native American children from the reservations nearby. But the orphanage was closed when Mr. Gilcrease decided to move back into the home in 1949. Today, the spirit of him still loves his former estate. His apparition has been seen, heard, and felt through the museum and its grounds by employees as well as visitors. In 2002, I actually found this online because I was there. The Tulsa Paranormal Investigation Team visited the museum to see what they could find with my station Fox 23. During their stay, they captured a few EVPs. We found several objects on the floor that were not there when they first entered. That was weird. We heard the downstairs piano playing on its own, took several pictures of glowing forms that were not visible to the naked eye. I do remember in this upstairs area where it wasn't dust, I don't think. It was like we saw like several kind of like orbs that were floating around. It was a very cool place, a beautiful spot, but it's kind of cool to actually relive something from 19 years ago. So what do you think? Old man Gilcrease, not Roberts, is old Thomas there around the hotel in his house still?
You know, this is interesting. This guy's interesting because the first thing I heard was that he was given a lot of credit in areas he shouldn't have gotten credit for. And he portrayed himself as this really like giving, you know, supportive human being, but he was not well liked by the Native Americans. And I'm not really sure why, because I do see him, it's like I do see him doing things, but there was this combination of doing things for self-gain combined with some awareness, but it's like he's not totally two-faced, but it was like, there was this lack of awareness. Like he, on one hand, okay, here's an example. Like he would build a building on on land that belonged to the Indians and not realizing or putting the two together that you're taking away land from people who want to live there and do live there, because he's doing something good by opening up this orphanage, which he never really managed, and then decided I'm bored with it and shut it down instead of following through. And like, there was a lot of holes in the work that he did, and he was just not that well liked by the Native American Indians. I mean, the one good thing he did do, I mean, and again, he wasn't like an awful man. The story is not what it says to be. Exactly. glorifies a lot of what he did. And so there's a handful of energies in there that aren't his. He might be there, I don't know yet, but a lot of what's in there are very upset individuals. And some of the individuals aren't necessarily Native American. They actually worked for him and didn't like him.
Oh, really? Interesting.
So...
Yeah, that's extra interesting because Holly was like, scare the crap out of me being in that place. And I'm assuming because of the timing of her comment, she was actually referring to this because then equally Jordan, he was kind of getting, draws you in. He was lacking the feeling, so.
I don't get it back. I was reading this gentleman in particular, not the place.
Right.
And the place itself, the energies that are in there, I mean, you know, it's not haunted. They're just not thrilled with him and how he treated them. It feels mostly like employees.
Any idea what, you know, when I was in his house? I mean, I know that's 20 years ago, but any idea what we were encountering that night?
Is his house pictured here? No.
No, it's not. It's right next door on the property. But his ghost comes back and forth.
I feel like he is in his house, but there's other energies that are in the museum. But I feel like he is the one in his house. Yeah. Cool.
All right. Thanks for the trip down memory lane. Oh, this is a place I've always wanted to go. The Skirvin Hotel, I think is how you say it, in Oklahoma City. Several spirits may call this historic hotel home, but one in particular has made a presence known. I think it's Effie, a former maid who allegedly had an affair with the hotel owner. I think his name was Skirvin. Lived on the top floor, is rumored to have jumped and fallen to her death. While no one can confirm a woman named Effie ever lived or worked there, several guests have complained about a female spirit haunting them. In fact, this is well documented. Several NBA players who stayed there while playing the Oklahoma City Thunder claim they were kept up all night by spirits. According to the New York Times, this hotel creeps me out every time we come here, former Denver Nuggets player Jordan Hamilton said. And there's some guys that I don't think will even stay there anymore. I mean, it's a beautiful hotel downtown. I think there's a little bit more to the rest of the story, as Paul Harvey used to say. Let me see if I can find it.
There always is.
The primary ghost, as we mentioned, was Effie. Now, according to legends, William Skirvin had an affair with Effie, and she became pregnant. In order to avoid the scandal, he supposedly locked her in a room on the 10th floor, originally the top floor, where she grew desolate when she was not allowed to leave. Even after giving birth, she is said to have jumped her infant child in her arms out of the window, so killing both of them.
God.
So, yeah, that's not. They don't actually. The concierge doesn't really mention that when you're checking in for your excursion, your Oklahoma City tour of downtown. And by the way, folks, one of our well-known ghosts jumped to her death with her child.
Actually, with your headset, you could be a nice travel agent. You could be telling people all about that. So,
and notice on the right side of the bus, folks, you'll see the Skirvin Hotel, supposedly haunted by the spirit of Effie. Hey, you know what? If this other PR shit doesn't work out, I am going to do that.
That's a tour guide. I don't think that travel agents do travel agents still exist?
Oh, God bless them if they're still around. Man, that's a tough one.
I don't think so.
Look at that thing. That is a beautiful hotel, though. I think it was too expensive. That's why I didn't stay there.
Okay, I don't really feel anyone in there. Personally.
But you know, here's the thing. I don't think that there is a hotel in existence that at least is at multiple floors that someone has a jump from.
Right here in Phoenix, Hotel San Carlos.
It just feels like that, especially when it comes to haunted hotels, that is like a requirement. There's always somebody or multiple somebodies that have, and there you go. And Aaron is reminding us that travel agents do still exist.
So, right. Aaron. That's a word from our sponsor.
Exactly. Right.
Jordan said he felt someone jump from the window.
Yeah. At the top.
Yep. Feel like someone jumped out of the window at the top nearly. Mm-hmm.
I don't feel her at all. I don't feel that at all. But
where the hell's Effie?
Maybe if you showed me a picture of her, but I don't know. I mean, but Jordan could be feeling her doing it. I don't know that she's still there. he may be feeling her actually jumping, which I'm sorry.
What about the if the guy that owned the hotel was evil like they're saying? You pick up on him at all?
No,
Mr. Skirvin?
I don't feel anybody in that hotel.
Interesting.
I just don't. I don't feel anyone in that hotel.
Wow, this could be one of those cases where it's like, here's this whole mystique, or maybe there was at that time, but now there's not. Or I mean, there's all kind of possibilities there.
I mean, definitely one of the possibilities is not that I am incorrect. So it could mean a billion of other things.
A billion.
See,
$1 billion.
Because, folks, let me tell you something a little special, and it's something I picked up on a long time ago. Even when she's wrong, she's right. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's obviously a million other explanations.
I think every husband knows that.
Come here.
Oh boy, here, yes, I've got to have an Ollie time.
I know.
Staying in Claremore, Belvedere Mansion. John M. Bayliss began construction on the Victorian-style Belvedere Mansion in the early 1900s. Sadly, he died before he could see it completed. His family completed the home after his death and continued to live there until 1919. However, some say their spirits never left. Today, the mansion is on the National Register of Historic Places. Visitors at this haunted place have heard toilets flush, why not, on their own and felt somebody touch them when they're on the toilet. No, actually, when they were completely, I don't know, wouldn't they fall right through the toilet? I mean, there's nothing to hold them up, is there?
Just to be a prankster. I mean,
it's not even, there's nothing to hold them up. There's nothing to come out of them.
Well, you're right. See, it's to me, that's one of those classic things. Turning on faucets, flushing toilets, turning on the shower. It's stuff that's, it's.
How bored are you?
It's being a prankster.
All that as a ghost.
Right?
There is.
Being a prankster,
Yeah.
I don't know if this will help at all. It says on several occasions, paranormal groups have investigated the mansion, finding on the second floor some activity. Psychics have seen children playing. As well as meeting a distressed John Bayliss, our guy right there, and a distraught young woman who allegedly committed suicide when she lived in the building as a tenant in the 1940s.
Yeah, I mean, that place is definitely got all kinds of stuff going on there. And he is still there. Why is he so distressed? He lived in a mansion.
Right. Well, he died before he could actually live in there. Maybe he's pissed off about that.
I think he's distressed about his mustache, personally. I mean, I'm just saying.
Garner, don't make fun of my mustache.
Why is everyone old? Or maybe he was a plumber and that's why he flushes the toilet all the time.
Hey, Rosie, welcome.
Or he's got irritable bowel syndrome.
He has irritable bowel.
Well, as
we've had our first toilet joke at 37:28 into the show.
Yeah, it only took that long. So, Spirit's giving hygiene tips. Thanks a lot. Mm-hmm.
There's all kinds of stuff going on in there, and he's there with irritable bowel syndrome. That's why he's frustrated. Every time you do that, Oliver looks up. Do it. Oh, do it again.
This is terrible. Now,
Did you see his face?
My God,
Did you see his face?
I just turned 50. Somebody step on a duck. This is more entertaining than the ghost.
There.
Oh my God.
This is so funny.
Let's look at some pretty pictures of the inside.
There it is.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's a shame we don't have a picture of the toilet.
Oh, I'm glad I intentionally avoided that. If there was one. So
okay, so that was fun. He's still there, and he was. Did you say that he was sleeping with his maid?
Oh no, that was the Skirvin, the one back in Oklahoma City. No, this guy, he I don't think there's anything. He didn't really do anything wrong.
I mean, it doesn't look like and I don't think that many women wanted to sleep with him. I mean, let's be honest.
Oh, hey man, ladies dug the mustache back then.
Wait a minute. I mean, come on. When you got a stash like that, I mean.
Yeah, I see. I mean, there's kids in there. There's families in there. There's he's in there. There's all kinds of stuff going on in there. Why is there so much going on in there? What did it? What?
Now here's what? I was looking at that and I'm like, did I miss something? So now here's what's great. So poor Nick just tuned in apparently. What did I just tune into? You know what, Nick? I don't know.
Nobody knows.
Nobody
Ghost
knows.
Flagellants on Unexplained Cases Live.
This is but appreciate you being here anyway, Nick, because
and not jumping off.
Yes.
So yeah, he's I mean, I don't know, what do you guys want from me? He's there, there's kids there, there's all kinds of people there, there's all kinds of stuff going on in that
party
place.
It's a ghost party, come on.
All right, time to go to Madrid, New Mexico, the Mine Shaft Tavern. Some people claim several old homes and churches in this town are haunted, but most of the ghost sightings and disturbances seem to happen around the Madrid Cemetery and the Mine Shaft Tavern, according to Only in Your State. Locals say you may see the ghost of an old mine worker when you look into a particular mirror at the tavern. That's according to the Huffington Post. I think I found a few more nuggets, no pun intended. Mine Shaft Tavern originally opened in 1897 and rebuilt following a fire in 1947. Features a 40-foot pine bar built for the miners to spread out across the space after a long day in the mines. The town's watering hole features a tunnel leading to the front door, a rail train parked outside, and a mining museum on the property. Fun fact here, it has the longest bar in the state of New Mexico.
Now
that is fun. I had a lot of fun
right?
listening to you tell that story.
Hey, I don't know if there's anybody with a mustache this time, but
no, but Aaron thinks that we're something extra tonight. So I would agree with you.
A steaming helping of something, yes.
Ew.
Hey, fresh off the stove. Come on.
Yeah.
Piping hot.
What are you talking about?
I guess people say they get somebody brushes their cheek inside the bar too. Touchy-feely ghost.
Yeah, there's an older gentleman, and now I can't tell if he has a mustache or if it's because you were saying, you kept joking about someone having a mustache. But there's a gentleman in there, and I think a gentleman and his wife, maybe.
Good. Okay. Like a miner, or maybe just somebody lived there a long time ago?
Not a miner, not associated with the mines. They lived in New Mexico. They lived nearby this location, or they were behind this location. Like they were a part of that land somehow, and they lived on that land, and they've stayed there. There's actually is this land not, is it, I guess it's not considered sacred or something, because
I don't think so. Well, it's hard to say though. I mean, that many years ago, maybe the miners took it, from the Indians, I'm sure, that were there.
Because this couple is like still watching over the land and watching over what goes on there.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not really sure that they're the ones doing the touching.
Oh,
but
well, now Rosie, who is awesome sauce herself, says that it's an elemental, so it's not often that I have someone pointing that out.
Oh, interesting.
Spirits of the land.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, maybe that's what it is, because this couple that I'm feeling aren't fondling anyone in any way.
Fondle free.
Because if they were, they'd be on this show. They'd be a guest, doggone it. No, actually, they wouldn't. We try to have a certain level.
We try to stay away from the fondlers. The fondlists.
We try to have a certain decorum sometimes.
Yeah, it's a big sometimes.
I know, right? Whoop, hello, come on. There we go.
Route 666, which is outside of Gallup, New Mexico. I was there a couple of years ago. While not technically part of Route 66, the devilishly named Route 666 is in close proximity to the historic road. The supposedly satanic stretch of highway runs from Utah to New Mexico, where it meets the Mother Road outside of Gallup. It should come as no surprise that Route 666 is the site of some truly creepy, unexplained phenomena. Drivers have reported being chased by a pack of vicious, rabid dogs running at high speed. Chupacabra. No, I've just put that in. There have also been several stories of a mysterious black sedan speeding down the highway. That is creepy. When the vehicle seems to rapidly speed toward them, Drivers pull over to avoid getting hit. Seconds later, the phantom car seems to disappear without a trace.
Ooh, scary.
But because it was so bad. Now, excuse me. That supposedly it was a bad highway to drive. It had so many sharp curves in one of its 60-mile stretches. In 1997, Route 666 was determined to be one of the most hazardous roads in the nation because of the reference to Satan. The U.S. Route 666 became Highway 491. The route was expanded with an eye to improve safety, and people no longer steal the signs. So I guess, that would be pretty cool to have that. Can you imagine that if you had that in your garage or something? I never even thought of that.
I just like that one little picture of being like, you're on 491. Actually, it was formerly 666.
That's right.
So, I don't think I've ever seen any interstates combination that's like, this was formerly called.
So is this a highway to hell?
But if you're going to post 666 still, like that negates the whole purpose of renaming it 491.
See, for those people who would just be confused, I guess,
Anyway.
But the highway still could be haunted by rabid dogs.
Yes. It's
and the black sedan that's hunting down
Oh
motorists.
my God.
See, don't you see a bunch of rabid Olivers running around?
Rabid dogs and Bigfoot and the Loch Ness are all there chasing cars. Anywho, there is.
What about a Yeti?
There is something about that.
Get your finger out of my face.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, the mountain thing. Okay,
that's got to have some energy going on.
That has a lot of. It's like a conduit.
Oh, big word. I like it when you say that.
I know. I don't really know even what it means, but who cares? It's a
connecting
conduit
from A to B, conduits in the middle.
For a couple things. Lots of aliens have used it.
Whoa.
I'm reading Holly's comment. Oh yeah. Lots of friends live in Gallup. I didn't know. Okay, I guess I'm done reading. So
just stick to the aliens, okay? We'll take care of the comments here.
Lots of aliens use that as almost like a radar of some sorts, like I don't know, or just like I just cracked myself up in my own head because I was gonna say, like, I was just picturing a bunch of aliens telling, like, so you turn left at the cliff, left at the big mountains,
and the old Route 666,
and the old routes, right?
Look out for the butte.
What?
Look out for the butte.
Or as we like to say,
it's a geographical term, a butte.
So that thing, but I do also see like floating stuff. Like I don't even want to say. It feels like someone died. It's like I keep seeing. I do see that black car that they talk about.
What?
I'm seeing that black car. But it's not what we think it is.
Is it somebody that died in a crash and they're still...
That's what I was like thinking, like, was it or feeling, but it's not that. It's not... I think this is all alien related. It feels like it's all aliens. I'm not feeling people that have died, that are hanging out. This, in that black car, it's not a car. It's a... like an energy force that they're experiencing.
Wow. That's being perceived as a black car?
Yeah, it's being perceived as a black car. This is all alien stuff that goes on there.
I'm envisioning some aliens in a black hoopty, basically, rolling down there, basically. So,
yes, that's actually kind of what
sipping on gin and juice, laid back, or UFO. Whoa!
The Route 666, sipping on gin and juice, laid back. Get my mind on my money and my money on the aliens.
This doesn't make you guys cool. You know that, right?
No, of course not. You're just finding this out.
Do you actually think we're trying to be cool? I mean,
making
please.
Sure we're all on the same page.
Come on.
Go back to your McDonald's.
MIB,
man.
John. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. And hey, Dawn, and hey, Van Gogh.
Okay.
Yo.
That's what Van Gogh
like
says.
that.
So that's cool.
Hotel Monte Vista, just there a couple of weeks ago. I wish I would have stayed there in Flagstaff. This Arizona hotel is the birthplace of 11, allegedly, supernatural legends, according to hotel staffers. Both employees and guests say there's a woman who moves around a rocking chair in room 305 and a so-called, I want to know what a meat man does. I see here, sir, on your resume that for the last 2 years you've been a meat man. Could you tell me a little bit more about your skills as a meat man? Okay, the meat man likes to bother guests in room 220, according to the Hotel Monte Vista website. And if you're looking for even more ghostly fun, housekeeping staffers are happy to share their frightening experiences with visitors. There was a couple of other cool things that... where is it? It says a system of underground tunnels rumored to have been built by Chinese immigrants snaked their way from Northern Arizona University, which is up there, up through downtown Flagstaff. Businesses, including the Weatherford Hotel, Babbitt's Backcountry, I actually went into that store, and the Monte Vista have access to these basement tunnels. In the early 1900s, just a horrible large fire damaged many buildings in downtown Flagstaff. Chinese migrant workers were blamed for the fire because of their cooking and cleaning practices. And one final thing, it says that hotel guests have reported a knock on their door and a muffled voice announcing room service. When guests open the door, nobody is present. However, some guests have seen the figure of a bellboy standing outside of room 210. John Wayne, the legendary actor, experienced this ghost during a few of his stays while filming a movie there.
Can I just say that I love how they're like, and if you're looking for even more ghostly fun, housekeeper staffers are happy to share their frightening experience. Like your staffers are scared shitless, and you guys are making money off of that. Like
It's great marketing,
I'm
right?
picturing them like scared to death in the corner, and the manager's like, "Come out, tell them what you saw. Tell them what you saw." Like,
Sure.
Remember that time that you were thrown down the stairs? Yeah, tell them about that.
You know, come on. Now, Tessa had a very important question, and I have an answer for you. So apparently this was a longtime hoarder who was in the hotel who hung raw meat from the chandelier.
Oh, God. That's horrible.
God.
Meat man. Meat man.
Let's come over. Guess who's coming to dinner?
That's right.
Thanks for
Put me
that.
in the second box. Tessa's over my face. Put her over Darren's face.
Hey, I still see your smiley sunshine.
How come he always gets the second box? Okay.
Because I've got the cool headset, so you just keep it to yourself.
Oh,
I'm Britney Spears tonight.
Anywho, okay, so I'm trying to work over here.
Let's talk to Meat Man.
So obviously, this guy, I won't even call him. Does he have a name, Meat Man?
John Meat Man. No,
John?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just making that.
Okay. I definitely feel there. I mean, there's clearly all kinds of stuff going on in there. There's all kinds of stuff in there. Mm-hmm. And I definitely feel like this nut job Meat Man is in there because he was nutty prior and he's just like, but he's saying he didn't actually do that. He did something else and people nicknamed him that.
Straighten the story up, bro. Come on.
But I don't know that I want to get into a discussion about meat. Like,
what is the best kind of meat to hang in a chandelier?
Oh, but hold on. I mean, we've got a vegan here trying to have a conversation about a guy who allegedly hung raw meat from a chandelier, but says he didn't. So to me, this has all the makings of I am fascinated.
Right. I don't know. I feel like the word meat could be used in another context that isn't food related.
We'll call him Soy Man.
I got nothing.
Oatman.
Anywho,
because I could go a lot of different directions with that one.
I'm just saying. He's saying I didn't do what they think I did. He was doing other weird stuff that I don't want to know about. and that was the nickname given to him for other reasons. So anywho, there is a bellboy still there, a young one, young. Died of some sort of, I think it feels like maybe a disease, which is
like a TB
long,
or
like long and slow, awful. And that hotel, he actually really liked working there. That was like the one, like that was like the last good thing he experienced before he died. That's why he's still there.
It's a cool hotel. I mean, it's beautiful. It's right in the middle of the historic area down there. If you ever get to Flagstaff, look it up.
You know,
I feel bad for this kid though. I kind of want to see if he wants to move on.
Well, go for it.
Hey, yeah.
Thanks for your permission.
Well, hey, I'm up against the clock here. Can you get your work done here in the next 5 minutes? For God's sake?
Seriously, I know. What's his name?
I'm trying to catch the next episode of Match Game. If we could wrap this up, that'd be okay.
I'm working on it. You guys can jump to the next one if you want. I'm working on it.
What do you think, Rick? We're kind of up against the clock. Which one you want to finish with?
Hey, well, we'll just go ahead and we'll hit Oatman.
Okay, the Oatman Hotel is frequented by 3 rather friendly ghosts, according to AZ Central, which is the Arizona Republic. Odie is a cheeky spirit who likes to move glasses, turn lights on and off, and flush toilets. There we go again. Out of the blue. You may also come across the spirits, this is cool, of Clark Gable and Carol Lombard, who spent their honeymoon at the Humble Hotel back in 1939. Several guests have heard laughter coming from their honeymoon suite, and sadly, I think it was 3 years later, she died in a plane crash. But apparently there's a lot of funky stuff going on there. I'm trying to think if I can go through here real quick. There's an Irish miner that could haunt the place. He's distraught because his family died when they were on their way to America, and he developed a bad drinking problem. One night he got really carried away with drinking, passed out behind the hotel, and he never woke up. Staff refers to the spirit as Odie, who is often heard playing his bagpipe around the hotel. So that would be Odie if he's around there. And the movie stars.
Indeed.
Yeah, so I helped move that bellboy over. His
awesome.
His mom came and joined. He was really sad. I felt bad for him. Anyway, back to this one.
Well, that's awesome to help him out.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? Can't not do it just because we're running out of time.
Indeed.
Darren.
Oh, you didn't like my toilet jokes tonight? Is that the problem? Well, you know what? I was going to say, talking about your hair pits or whatever with your, that probably took up a good 10 minutes.
My hair pits.
Your hair pits. People that are joining later like, oh my God, what is going on?
Actually,
that's a good nickname for them, hair pits.
So if you're joining now and you missed that, you should probably rewatch the show. That's right. I think it's actually going to be worth your time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's definitely.
We'll have it on our MySpace account later tonight.
MySpace. Who's in this picture here?
That's Clark Gable and Carol Lombard, movie stars.
Yeah, they frequent that place still.
Well, it was such a joyous time, and they're celebrating their honeymoon.
Yep.
Yeah, they're not stuck by any means. They do like move through that space is what I'm getting.
Yeah, John was confirming that she died 3 miles away from the Pioneer Saloon in a plane crash.
Oh wow, no kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't stay there, and that's not like they don't haunt anything, but they definitely move. Those two move through that space pretty regularly.
Wow. Well, we did all of that, and we have 2 more, but we don't have time to get to them. But Route 66 is a whole lot of crazy. So there's no way we could.
Hey, we should do that when we do like a guy's paranormal thing. We can have Maryam come, although she'll probably stay in Los Angeles. Yeah, that's what I figured.
Oh, see. Well,
but me, you, and Chin can do it. We'll hit the road and do it.
Apparently there's a hashtag hair pits. Basically, should come along. I think actually that's her nickname from going on forward now. We'll just call
Team
her
hair pits. HP hashtag HP.
That's fine. I'll take it.
Oh my goodness, folks! Thanks so much for joining us tonight. So
weird hour, my God.
We enjoy these. We like these variety shows to give you a little something different. So as we say always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, copy our dance moves. They are clearly going to be taking the internet by storm. And hey guys, we'll see you all next weekend. Love y'all.
Terry,
Peace.
are you still there?
Terry?
What?